Hey friends, it's Darlene. I am starting today my road to redemption. Trying to redeem myself, my mind, my body, my spirit, all of that. And I'm not starting at the beginning of the month or on a Monday or a Sunday, like the beginning of the week or anything. And today is Friday of all things. I'm starting today. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I had a follow-up visit with my doctor yesterday from 3 weeks prior to having a ton of blood work done. So we wanted to sit down and figure out together a direction to go. But we wanted to figure out, we wanted to rule out any possibilities of anything else going on. So he took a bunch of blood from me, and I was tested for things like B12, vitamin D. I think he even tested me for Lyme. I had a full thyroid panel done, so he tested my TSH, T3, T4, my sugar, and like a standard, what do you call that, CBC panel or something like that. My sugar is on the higher side, but it's not borderline or anything, but I can stand to reduce that. The last time I had my cholesterol checked, which was in September, it was very good. Triglycerides and everything were where they needed to be, so we're not worried about that. So my vitamin D is low, which would probably explain a lot of the depression and anxiety that I'm feeling these days. So I have to take a lot of that to kind of catch up. It would probably explain the joint pain that I've been experiencing just out of nowhere. I have this joint pain. I did not injure myself, but it was just horrible for me to even walk. Just a normal walk, not even like a power walk or anything, but just walking around the house. My knee hurt just horribly. And then my right foot, there's a little ball joint in your foot that's just below your ankle on the inside of your foot. And that hurt tremendously. So I started taking Tylenol arthritis for that, and that actually helped. I tried some Voltaren gel and did a couple other things, and that just didn't really touch it. Ibuprofen wasn't working either. So Tylenol arthritis seemed to be the thing to actually help my knee and my foot to feel better. So when I got a phone call from my doctor telling me that my vitamin D was low, this is before I actually met with him, I started taking a vitamin D tablet every day. I had been taking it, but I just got lazy taking pills all the time. But he said, no, you need to take 2,000 vitamin D daily for life. And I'm always one to ask, if everything is coming back normal, why do I feel so bad? Why do I feel horrible? Why do I feel like I cannot, I can't walk? I am, having mental breakdowns. I'm extremely tired. For the longest time, I thought that maybe I had a sluggish liver. So I'm going to be doing some research into that. I have been doing a lot, but again, I kind of just put the books down because it can be overwhelming. And when you're too tired, you don't feel like doing anything. So today is a good day. It's a day to take control of my health, to take steps toward getting my life back. So I went shopping yesterday after my visit with the doctor. I went grocery shopping and made sure that I would be eating whole foods, making sure that I'm not having added sugars, looking for some of the basic things that I can drop first. So no jelly beans and no, cookies or anything like that, no Twizzlers and all my favorite stuff. So this morning I had sauteed vegetables, peppers, onions, mushrooms, and I had a couple eggs in there, and my daughter and I split that for breakfast, and that was actually very good. I had a keto coffee, and I'll have to show you that in another clip, that I found a keto coffee K-cups, and so that has MCT oil and things like that. So I did that. I'm starting to drink water. I finished my first bottle of water, so I've had 16 fluid ounces so far, and I don't even know what time it is. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 11:28 a.m.
Okay, so by 11 o'clock, I've had my first full bottle of water. I'm and I've taken my supplements. Now I've had a shower. This is a good day. I've had a shower. I haven't had a shower since Monday. This is depression and anxiety, y'all. This is what it looks like. And so I took a shower, and I've blown dry my hair, and I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to start, I'm going to get my DDPY yoga tapes, and I will also be doing a review of these. I did this last year. I did a 100-day program, and y'all, this works, but I need to actually stick with it and stay on it. So I'm doing a rebuild program that he has for people who have low mobility. Maybe they've been bedridden, they're recovering from an operation, that kind of thing. And I do have low mobility. Again, you heard me say, my legs, my feet was hurting to walk. So doing yoga seemed to be a very good thing for me. It's very low impact. And the actual first 3 videos that I'm going to be doing are going to be exercises that you do in your bed, and he calls them bed flex, and it's 1, 2, 3 levels.
Now you might be way up here. That's okay. Wherever you are, just try to open up those hips. You might not be able to do it right away.
So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be committed to that, and I would love to have your support and your encouragement as I go through this journey. I am hopeful that a year from now, that I will be able to say that I have found my voice again, that I will have drawn boundaries in my life, healthy boundaries that will keep me safe and sane. I need my sanity, y'all. But that also keep me safe and sane from, the toxic relationships in my life. I will know who I can allow into my circle, and just being able to hold those boundaries without feeling guilty about it. Because if I've learned anything this last year, it is not bad. You're not being a mean person for holding a boundary for yourself. It's about being safe. It's about being sane. It's about being smart, being true to yourself. Okay? And taking care of yourself. God wants us to be good stewards of our bodies and our minds. He does care about our safety. And I'll do some videos about that as well. But he does care about our safety, and he wants us to be good stewards of what we've been given. And I've been given this body, and I only have one, and I need to take good care of it. And I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be starting today, and today is April 9th. This is bad, y'all. I got the brain fog. Alexa, what is the date today?
Today is Friday, April 9th.
Yay, I remembered. Okay, and I also wanted to tell you all that I have gotten into a support group, and I will be sharing a little bit of that. It's called Conquer, and it's with Leslie Vernick, and she is a Christian relationship counseling, I don't want to say coach or therapist, I'm not exactly sure, counselor, I guess, is the best way. But she has opened up her Conquer program this spring, and she will close it, and then she will open it up again later in the fall. But being in this group of support from other women who are experiencing the same things that I am, and going through it together, we are allowing ourselves to encourage each other. But we get a group call every month. We get phone calls. We get, I think there's 2 a week that we're able to do. There's stuff that we do in the Facebook group, which is a private group. And there's also, because with my monthly fee, I also get this program to work through, and I get videos to work through, and a workbook and materials and all kinds of things that are helping me get into the Word and finding out what God really says about marriage, and but also my health and well-being. And it's very helpful, and I am going to recommend that you all get into it, but it's closed now. It will reopen again in September, but I will also update you on that. I think it's important for all of us to have a support group, and I just have not been able to find one in this area to meet with in person with women who are going through the similar things, to even understand what things like emotional abuse or verbal abuse and these kinds of things, in marriage. And the church is very silent about it, and the church has really dropped the ball in this area, and we need to talk about things like this about, neglect and mistreatment. And yeah, I mean, this is not a very pretty subject to talk about, but it needs to be addressed. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm part of the cool kids today. Oh, you can't see it. It's cool, Mom, but I'm part of the cool kids club now. So thank you for your support and following me. And yeah, I can't even tell you. I posted on Facebook recently this image of says that this user is going through a lot mentally right now. So if you see this, please leave some positivity behind. And I have gotten people that I didn't even know respond. They took a minute to leave encouragement, and that really meant a lot. And of course, I have some of the friends that I know would respond because they're already kind of in my inner circle, a few friends that do that. And I know they're praying for me, and I love them dearly for that. And then there are others who have, shown their care and how much that they said that I have blessed them. I don't feel like I have, but, and others said, I've noticed that you were, I noticed that you haven't been posting a lot, and I was worried about you. And so they would send me some private messages. And then there were people that they were complete strangers, but because my post was public and we had mutual friends, this person jumped on and left scripture for me and prayed for me right there in my comments. And I was like, wow, why can't I find this in person? Why don't we have this in person? Why don't we have people, in groups in our churches, or just getting together, who cares about COVID for whatever reason, just you can still get together and you can find ways to do it. And, but just, and I had people that, there was a trainer I had in a gym several years ago, and he sent me a private message, and he says, "You're always so kind and sweet in the gym." And he says, "I want you to know that," he says, "I'm really serious when I say this to you, that you can reach out to me." And, that just means a lot when you don't hear that every day, that people are reaching out to you.